Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024.
But
Hi,
before
this is
we check
Kerry
out the
Artek with
charts, I
Wicked
just want to
Stocks,
ask you to
bringing you your
please
daily
click like,
Tesla report
share,
for Tuesday,
subscribe,
September 3rd,
and check out
2024.
wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the daily Tesla and daily NVIDIA reports, daily analysis in the SPY, daily analysis in the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, and Apple stock, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near term investor, always looking for 20% moves or more on those underlying stocks. And you get to see all of this for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So check out wickedstocks.com.
Let's take a look at the charts. Excuse me. I am going to start with this one, and that sort of isolates this rising two-thirds speed line that I've had as a weekly support level for the last week and a half, 2 weeks since we put out that August high. And if I could backtrack just a little bit, Wednesday of last week we settled just below it, as I recall, by about a dime. That was a no-go sell signal. The following day, Thursday, we closed below it by a wider degree, still pretty narrow. I think it was about a full point, but not lower on the day. So it was another wait and see. And then, of course, Friday, we opened pretty much at the speed line and trade higher. So the speed line is still relevant at 210.07. It is our downward pivot point into later September, and I'll get to that in a moment. But until then, you should respect this market's ability to push higher as we move into later September. And in fact, we could, over the next 2 to 3 weeks, see this 239.12 rising channel top, so long as we do not get the sell signal below 210.07. I'll just cut to the chase right now. I think the clear-cut sell signal below 210.07 would come with a settlement below 205.75. If you were to do it a little sooner than that, that's fine. But I think 205.75, if we close below 210.07, certainly doesn't look strong coming into Tuesday, Wednesday. But it would be a lower settlement below last week's close, below, I should put this properly, below last week's low settlement price on the daily chart of 205.75. That does tip the market south, not only through the rest of the week, but even into later September. And under that scenario, I would anticipate, once again, this descending channel bottom as a possible longer-term 3 to 5 week target. On the way down, we would have support levels. I'm showing one of them right here at 182 even. I'm just committing to that as a session containment level only. This would be likely by the end of next week or sooner if we were to close today below 210.07. And let's clarify also below 205.75 does clarify that sell signal. Until then, while it has been sloppy and it has not been holding to the very tick, we've closed below it a little bit. It has, for the most part, in a rough sense, been defining the lows from late last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And, we also closed Friday just above a nearly 2-week descending channel top that today is at 211.27. And assuming we open today, that is Tuesday, above 211.27, it presents the 210.07 to 211.27 region as a support area that can contain selling not only for the day, but possibly into later September. So I do think today we could test, well, we've got 223.27 here. My real upside resistance area that I'm focusing on right now is 226.50. And that is a 50% upside retracement from the July high against that August low. It did roughly contain the highs from a couple of weeks ago, and it is a level that can contain daily buying pressures. I don't expect to see it today. We do have minor levels mapped out on the way out, on the way up, but I do think 218.43, I think that is a 50% upside retracement, as I recall, from for the last 2 weeks. So opening above 211.27, 218.43 is likely. If we push through 218.43 today, we could test 226.50 by the closing bell, and I could see another daily high here. But as I say, continued settlements above the 210.07 level, you should allow for 239.12 over the next 2 to 3 weeks. 223.27, a minor point only. It is the high settlement price. It may also contain daily buying pressures, but really, I think it is that 50%. Where are you? I can't find it again. 226.50. I think this is your upward pivot point through the balance of the week. So first things first, assuming we close today above 211.27, 226.50 likely within several days, and over the next several weeks we have the 239.12 rising channel top. If we were to close over the next few days above 226.50, 239.12 becomes the next 3 to 5 day target. But I do think you can trade the low 210s as a support area, assuming we open above 210.07 to 211.27, as a support area to buy into on a 3 to 5 day and even 2 to 3 week basis, because I do think that above this 210.07 to 211.27 region, you can begin anticipating 239.12 as a 2 to 3 week target where profits can be made, taken, I should say. And, you could set a short, talking to you 2 to 3 week swing traders, 3 to 5 day as well. This is the next area to sell on anywhere from a 3 to 5 day to a 2 to 3 week basis. Now, I do have this former channel bottom at 249.64 that I'll continue to show, but I really think that a settlement above 239.12 is your aggressive upward continuation point as we continue into October trade. It would be a settlement above 239.12 and climbing daily, where I would then anticipate the 330s within 2 to 3 months or sooner. We're a long way from that right now. That is, once again, this 1.5 year, 18-month channel top on the weekly chart that, if tested, can absorb buying on a quarterly basis or longer perhaps. Getting back to a 210.07, once again, a breaking or opening below 210.07 does indicate 205.75. And if we break 205.75, 199.66 is in reach. I don't think we show that anywhere. We do not. But 199.66 is a downside 5/8 Fibonacci from the early August low against the high that was put out a couple of weeks ago. So on the way down, we have 199.66. And if we open today clearly below 210.07, I think that is a sell signal right out of the gates. I think you can forget 205.75 is something to concern yourself with. I'm talking to the kind of the day trading crowd. Now, I do think we could get a bounce off of 205.75, but if we open back below the 210.07 speed line and also below this channel top at 211.27 that we settled above last Friday, that in itself is a sign of weakness. Longs caught. Just the long liquidation itself would allow 199.66, and 199.66 is right about here in the chart. So that's a very easy range to consider for the day itself. And once again, closing below 210.07. And yes, if you're going to play a short position on more than just a 1 to 2 day basis, if you want to play a short position right now that lasts into later September, I think it's worth waiting also for the settlement below 205.75. Then anticipating bearish continuation as we move into later September. Now this would require a spike in volatility and kind of an aggressive downward pace. We've seen this before. That could re-emerge with a settlement below 205.75, this 151.44 descending channel bottom, then in reach perhaps by the end of September, which is right about here where we find us in the 120s at that point in time. 120 is worth pointing out because it still is the long-term descending one-year channel bottom on the monthly chart, the weekly chart rather, that can absorb selling then through the rest of the year. Is there anything else for me to say? I don't think so. I'm going to leave you with this chart. This is the probability right now. Bullish above 210.07 to 211.27, anticipating 226.50 over the next few days, possibly on Monday, and over the next few weeks, anticipating 239.12, assuming we continue closing above the low 210s early this week. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. We're offering 2 individual stock picks a week, at least daily triple Q, daily SPY analysis. I'll be back tomorrow with Wednesday's Tesla, and you have a great day.